Good afternoon, everybody. It's Josh here from Lookin for Games. It is August 6th, 2021, and it's time for this week's weekly update. So, if you've come into the store lately looking for our miniatures, you may have found that they're not in the same places they were. So, we have added a whole new room. We've repurposed the old snack room, as you can see in the before and after picture, and repurposed it to a terrific miniature space, and we have enough room for just about every miniatures game that we currently carry in stock, and even some room for some new stuff coming down the line. So we've got Warhammer, we've got Star Wars, we've got Song of Ice and Fire, and we've even got a little bit of World of Tanks and Marvel Crisis Protocol, of course. So very excited to be able to get this all done. It was actually a really quick turnaround. We basically did it on Monday and fired it up for Tuesday. So really quick turnaround. First and foremost, I want to give full props to Kim for this, because this was her vision, and I was just doing the grunt work to get it up and ready. So and then she came in and threw some hours into the work on Monday night. Also want to give a shout out to one of our members, Joe Matos, who came in and did some electrical work for us to get the snack area that we relocated to the hallway, getting that up and running as well. So we've got two new features for you to come in and check out at the store: our Looking for Miniatures area and our new snack shop, and even our slightly expanded paint area, which we'll be adding to as we go along. So there's a couple of new things to see when you stop into the store here at Lookin for Games. Jumping into the schedule this week, of course, we are bringing back the next session of Miniature Melee and the Age of Sigmar Escalation League. So the next segment of that starts at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Also on Sunday, we have, again, our next slate of adventures in our Looking for Adventure campaigns. Another one-shot from DM Jackie. And on Wednesday, DM Ryan joins the roster, and he's going to be laying out an adventure called Potion Panic. And then the Cartographer's Company continues on Thursday. If you go onto Warhorn, you'll see all of those campaigns up and ready to go so that you can sign up for the upcoming adventure. Now, keep in mind, if you don't sign up for Warhorn and you don't register, walk-ins are always welcome. You are not eliminated from participating in these great adventures that these guys have put together. Signing up for Warhorn just makes it simpler for us to know who's coming, to give you an idea of who's going to be there, and helps the DMs plan. So while it is helpful, it is not mandatory. So please keep that in mind when you don't get intimidated by Warhorn, because I know sometimes it's got a few extra steps to get to where you're trying to be. But we're trying to do some things to streamline that as much as possible, and we'll be rolling that out hopefully in the next day or so. So looking for adventure all this week. For game night, we're going to be bringing to the table the next game from Pandasaurus Games. This is their revised edition of Tammany Hall. Tammany Hall is a 3 to 5 player game from Pandasaurus Games, where you're going to try to take care, or control, I should say, of New York City using corruption, backstabbing, and alliances. I can't wait to see the strategies that come out of this. And we're going to be having this and other games available, because we've had an overflow of players for our games now for Wednesday nights. So we'll start rolling out some additional games each Wednesday. But our featured game for Wednesday's game night is Tammany Hall. Saturday Magic, coming up on the 14th, is going to be a sealed tournament. And what a sealed tournament is, basically you're going to get 6 packs of product and run and build a deck from that, and then you'll be able to compete in the tournament for store credit prizes. The featured set for this particular sealed tournament is the Ikoria Layers of the Behemoth. It was a Magic the Gathering set that didn't get a lot of attention because it took place in the May of 2020. So we're hoping to kind of refresh that, because there's some very, very cool artwork. There's a lot of kaijus, there's some Godzilla, there's some really great monster art in there. And it'll be cool to see that thing make its way to the table in live in-store play, because it actually never really got its due because there were no pre-releases, obviously. And so it never really got its way all the way to the table in live play. So sealed tournament on the 14th, next Saturday, starting at 1 o'clock, and you can sign up for that on our web store at lookinforgames.com. Now, the Love Your Local Game Store promotion continues. And of course, the way that this works for this particular segment is that you get it through entries. And what we're doing is we're using it for our Saturday tournament entries. But there's another way that you can get promos. If you come in on the following week for Friday Night Magic, we're going to have some of those cards still available. And when you sign up for Friday Night Magic, you'll actually have a pick. And now you'll be up to up to two now. Bolus's Citadel and the Scavenging Ooze are the two cards that are up for grabs. So those are available, and the Love Your Local Game Store promotion runs while supplies last. New in stock, we have the next game from World Shapers, and it is called Curators. And Curators is essentially a game where you are trying to build museums and your collections to attract visitors. This is the Kickstarter edition, so there's also going to be chip upgrade tokens available. And I want to just say thanks to Pablo from Little Rocket Games and World Shapers for reaching out to us and asking us if we wanted to be a pickup location here at Lookin for Games. So we not only have this product available in stock, but anybody that ordered it or backed it online can actually pick it up here in the store. You just have to reach out to Pablo and the folks over there at World Shapers. So moving on, our next game in stock this week is from Pandasaurus Games, and it's Ohanami. I knew I was going to mess that up. This is a 2 to 4 player card drafting game from Pandasaurus, and where you're going to try to have the best Japanese garden. You're going to following the footsteps of titles like Game and The Mind from Pandasaurus. This time you're going to be on your own to try to collect sets and get your garden cards in magical numeric order. So it's going to be neat to see that come out, and also very excited because it's got a lot of really cool Japanese art and great respect paid to Japanese culture with this new game from Pandasaurus, Ohanami. And by new, I mean new to us. From Fantasy Flight Games, the next release of the Descent series. This is Descent Legends of the Dark, and it is an app-driven cooperative dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. It has a fantastic storyline, as well as some really great miniatures, some very cool gameplay in store. And it's funny because if you look on the box, it actually says Act 1. So they are literally setting us up for a sequel, as they say. So this is a great little dungeon crawler from Descent. I shouldn't say little. It's actually, the box is ginormous. So please come in and check that out. We also have that game available in our demo library to play here at the store or to rent from our demo library. Also new in stock from Magic the Gathering, the gift edition Magic the Gathering bundle for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. This did not come out with the initial release, so the cool thing about this is not only do you get everything that comes in the traditional bundle, including 10 packs of the new set, but you also get a collector's pack, which are very highly sought after, and a completely different and rare spin down dice from this particular set, Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So with that in mind, we have very limited copies already. These things are rolling out the door, so you can reserve your copy on our web store at lookinforgames.com, or you can come by the store and pick it up. Immediately regretting not turning off the doorbell before I started this today. Also new in stock, the latest release from Bandai Games. This is the 5th set released, and it is called Battle of Omni. This is the 5th set, again, released for Bandai, this very popular new card game with new secret rares and super rares. This product is really going to go fast, so make sure you come down and pick up your packs and, of course, get them to the table for our Digimon in-store play on Wednesday nights. in the queue this week. Of course, as I've mentioned before, we're setting up for PopUp Gen Con. We just mapped out the timeline for one of our major events, which is going to be a capper to the day of festivities, because the pre-release for the next Magic the Gathering set actually falls on that weekend. And so we were excited to add an evening session to that. And we're also taking those orders for the pre-release now for the next set, Magic the Gathering Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So the very popular Innistrad series is getting some attention in this next release. But it's going to be wrapped up. It'll be wrapping up day one, hopefully, of PopUp Gen Con. And of course, we also have the list of games that we will be playing from the publishers that I've listed previously, and we'll be getting those out very soon as well. As I've mentioned in the previous updates, we are taking pre-orders for Mecha Koro 2. We still have a handful of those left available to pre-order. And again, keep in mind when you pre-order from us, because we are a premier location, you get promo cards that you don't get in a lot of other places with your pre-order. You're going to get 3 promo cards. They are landscape cards, which are very helpful in that game when you pre-order with us. So feel free to do that. Again, available on our web store. Isle of Cats, I've still got some copies of that available for pre-order, so you can swing by the store or you can order those directly at lookinforgames.com. Now, in a note of somewhat disappointment, they actually pushed back Marvel Champions, and so that will not be actually coming out on the 27th. It's been pushed back into the fall. So we're hoping to have that probably around September at this rate. They've shuffled some things around over there, and I am confident that we will have it sooner than later. But unfortunately, we thought we were going to have it in a couple of weeks, but it's not coming out until the fall. So, but we do have the Dinosaur World Rawr and Right to look forward to, as well as the Unfathomable title from Asmodee, and as I mentioned, Mecha Koro 2. So that is the update for this week. Of course, if you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe and tell others all about us, because you shouldn't be the only ones to suffer. And please join us each week here at the weekly update. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.